James, you pointed out something that I think viewers at home would be able to notice as well, which would be that if you're putting Jake back out in the outfield, who's starting on the mound?
Great point there, Mr. Roy. That would be none other than cool hand Luke Pazanka.
Go.
So Pazanka will come in. Hasn't thrown as much as he had last year because with our odds kind of schedule where we've really had just one district game per week, we've always kind of changed with or started with Jake Beck and then with Pazanka, so Pazanka would relieve. Now that we're into the standard Tuesday-Friday setup, you're probably going to see Beck Tuesday, Pazanka Friday, and then a cast of characters to fill it out.
Well, again, tonight, 78 degrees right now. We'll see what it gets down to when we hit into first pitch.
It's 78 degrees here. It's a beautiful
78
day.
degrees right now. We'll see if it drops at all a little bit. Tuesday night it was a cooler evening down in the 60s. It continued to drop partially due to the wind. There is some wind right now, kind of looking out. But as opposed to Tuesday where it seemed to be blowing infield, it's now pushing everything out towards center, maybe even a little bit over to right field here a little bit. So you have a little bit of a change to the wind here, not too bad. Bright sunny skies, no clouds unlike there was on Tuesday night. So it's not any better to end our week than with a beautiful afternoon here from Burger Field. We'll take a quick break, and then in a few moments you will hear from Mr. Cunningham
Richard
himself.
Cunningham. Heck of a player at Austin High. Heck of a person. He went on to play at Baylor, was at Baylor 5 years, played for all Big 12, all academic, so he's got the brains as well as the athletics ability, but even more important, he's a great human being. And I look forward to you guys hearing from Richard Cunningham here shortly.
So we'll take a quick break, and then coming up, Richard Cunningham after the break.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we are proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you, or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Cheer on your Austin High School baseball team and enjoy the spring season with ease thanks to Terrytown Pharmacy. We're not just a pharmacy, we are a neighborhood health hub offering prescription services, immunizations, home delivery, and a charming selection of gifts for any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a win or supporting a player, find the perfect gift and keep your health in check at Terrytown Pharmacy. Let's celebrate health, wellness, and community spirit together.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
We're back here on the Maroon On Deck show with Austin High legend Richard Cunningham, 2014 graduate. Let me give you some highlights of Richard's career here at Austin High. He is the all-time leader, I'm about 95% sure, in games played with 97, plate appearances with 377, and at-bats with 319. Top 10 leader with 101 base hits. He's a 4-year, that's right, 4-year letter winner here at Austin High. Left here with a 317 batting average, 422 on-base percentage, and an OPS of 958. Team captain for the 2014 Maroons, all-district and all-state recognition in 2014. All-district as a sophomore, as a junior, and yes, you guessed it, as a senior. Named the team's rookie as a freshman on the varsity. Played his travel ball with Austin Wings and with Coach James Ellison. Went on to Baylor. Played at Baylor for 5 years. Played for 4. He is a 2017 All Big 12 honorable mention. 2018 second team All Big 12, and 2019 first team All Big 12. Richard Cunningham, is great to see you.
Man, James, this is fun to do. That makes me sound a lot cooler than I actually am, but how special it is that you're doing this, just celebrating the history of such a storied program. I loved my time here at Austin High. I mean, just the days out here on this ballpark, playing, practice, playing the games over at Berger, just the lifelong friendships. I am still friends today with the guys that were on my Austin High baseball team, stay in close touch with them, their spouses, their kids, which is really special. Loved my time at Baylor. I mean, there's nothing I could say. That just what the game of baseball has done for me is tremendous, and it all started here at Austin High.
Yeah, that is fantastic. So, an unusual path. A freshman on varsity. So take your mind back, what was that, 2011, 2010?
Spring 2011.
2011, so you're 14, 15?
Yeah, I was an old freshman, so I was 15 years old, and it was, back then you'd play probably 3 preseason tournaments, and I played those with the JV1 team. Coach Jody Medina was awesome coach. He was the JV1 coach, and Coach Glenn Botchak was the varsity baseball coach of Austin High, just a legend in himself. And it happened right over there by that parking area. Coach Botchak grabbed me as we were walking out, and he looked at me and he said, hey, Cunningham, come here. And I said, yes, sir. And he goes, hey, tomorrow the varsity team is playing our first district game against Aikens. And I was like, yes, sir. And he goes, and I need you to come play center field. And I remember just getting chills all up and down my body. I'm a freshman. I was terrified. And he goes, now here's the deal. I don't bring guys up to sit them. He goes, this is something where you're coming up and you're coming up to play. And I didn't sleep very well that night. So I went off to the Monday night kind of varsity team dinner. Tuesday night we get out there against Aikens, and my first ever at bat as a varsity player. I was starting in center field. I was probably hitting somewhere in like the 6 or 7 hole would be my guess. And I, of course, went first pitch swinging. I was not going to let it get complicated. I was shaking in my boots. I get in the box, and I hit the ugliest chopper through the 4-hole for a single of all time. I don't know how the second baseman or first baseman didn't get there or get a glove on it, because it should have been an E3 or E4. But I'm standing on first base, and I'm like, well, I'm batting 1,000 in varsity baseball, so here we go. And it didn't go 1,000 all year long, but man, it was really special, and I just kind of, by the grace of God, never looked back. And we ended up making the playoffs that year. I had some really special memories from my freshman year, and then carried on throughout sophomore, junior, and senior year as well.
Man, that is fantastic. You are a freshman starting center fielder on a playoff contending team. That must have been nuts.
Yeah, I'll never forget. We were playing in a really high-stakes game, I think against Bowie. I remember a guy named Robbie Dickey was the pitcher for Bowie, an absolute stud. Football, I think, is the football quarterback, threw 90-plus on the mound as their pitcher. And I'm in center field, and there's an Austin High icon named Temple Baker. Terrytown family, incredible outside linebacker, had all types of opportunities to play both college baseball and college football, but he went to Vanderbilt for academics just because he was brilliant. But Temple was an intense and scary dude. And mind you, my brother was a freshman in college, and I was a freshman on the varsity baseball team. So just 1 year prior, he was a senior on the varsity baseball team. And guys like Temple, who were seniors then, my freshman year, were his best friends and things like that. So I'm playing baseball with my brother's friends, and I'm just terrified. Well, I'll never forget, shallow fly ball into kind of right center field. Temple's playing right, I'm playing center. I'm the new freshman on varsity. And Temple's kind of making his way over, about to camp under this ball. And as a center fielder, I technically have priority, but I called him off. And I make the catch, and there's no one on base. I throw it back in. He looks at me, and he goes, "Don't you ever call me off again. Ever." And I was just like, yes, sir, Mr. Temple, sir. And so I don't even know if Temple remembers that story, but he put me straight. And while center field technically has priority, I've never thought about calling people off like that again.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. What a story. So as you go on in the next few years here at Austin High, and you leave and go to Baylor, and now as an adult you're married, you have time to think back about what impact did Austin High have on you?
Yeah, that's just a great question. I always loved the element of Austin High being, I'm trying to think of the words I would say, but in the district, we were never picked to win district. It was Westlake, Lake Travis, Bowie when I was coming up had a storied baseball program. South Austin just produced a ton of talent. And I loved the grittiness of a group of guys on this field sometime around Christmas time. And it happened all fall and in the preseason and things like that, but a lot of us played football and whatnot. But I loved the grittiness of a group of guys come Christmas time to look at each other and be like, hey, we're doing this thing. Like, Austin High baseball is going to be legit this year. And like, it doesn't matter that we're picked to finish 5th or 6th or whatever, and no one expects Austin High to be legit this year. And man, it was just a willpower. It was a work ethic. We put in late hours here. My old man was the best. He's very much like you. Just he cared so deeply about the program. We had a batting cage in our backyard. Man, we made so many neighbors mad at 11 p.m. at night, just hitting BP in the backyard in our batting cage off of a jugs machine. It was just really fun. We built a culture here where Coach Bodchak really was very much like, hey, I write the lineup, but you guys set the tone. Y'all's effort, y'all's attitude is what is going to determine our success. I'm going to put the guys out there that I think give us the best chance to win. And I loved that. Like, we were given the opportunity to take ownership, and we really did, and I'll never forget that. And that carries through in all facets of life. At Baylor, it's the guys who worked the hardest in the Big 12, and at Baylor and places like that made it into the starting lineup and that had the all Big 12 type seasons. In life beyond baseball, it's the people that really put their nose down and are willing to go the extra mile. And that sounds cliche, but it truly is what separates people.
Yeah. You mentioned Coach Bodchak. Any good Bodchak stories that you can share with us?
Oh man, it's one of those things where there's too many to count. There's a lot of eye rolls and just like these idiots and just things like that. But I'll never forget. So it looks like the program's in a great spot in terms of they're out there wearing pants and socks. But man, we lobbied hard when we were out here at Town Lake in this gorgeous facility to be able to practice in shorts. And one day we took it too far, where it was our ball caps, a maroon Austin High baseball shirt, some type of like black or gray shorts, and then cleats and whatnot. And it was time to get after it. One day, Coach Bodchak shows up here, and we beat him to the field, and we were all shirtless. And we thought we could push the envelope and have shirtless practice. The sun was out; it was post spring break, and I'll never forget him sitting there, just saying, "You group of idiots, put your shirts on, right?" And just right, like I don't know how to do it with you guys, but like you're not that good. Get your shirts on. So, and I think that actually lost us the shorts privilege too. We pushed too far, and we were in pants, I think, for the rest of the season.
Sounds like a good coach to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so speaking about great coaches, you had the opportunity to go to Baylor, play for a legend, Steve Smith, who I got to meet a couple of times, a great guy, and then Coach Rodriguez after that. What kind of impact did Baylor University have on you?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I grew up with a room that was burnt orange. My mom was the University of Texas cheer coach and pom coach for a long time. My dad was he didn't coach at Texas, but he coached high school football and things like that all around. So we were diehard sports fans, and we grew up, VY, Colt McCoy, I'm sure like a lot of these guys. We were Texas fans, and so everyone kind of thought when I got to high school and I was so privileged to have the success I was having that I'd go off to UT. And I had opportunities to, just gratefully to go play pretty much wherever I wanted to. Just the Lord was super kind to me. And I'll never forget going on my visit to Baylor, though. And at this time, I was uncommitted. I'd gone on some other visits, and there was plenty of opportunities rolling in. I was a rising senior in high school. And Coach Smith sat down across from me, and he said, "Richard, listen up." He goes, "You're a really good center fielder. You can really hit. But when you think about your decision to go to college, I want you to be really mindful of the fact that you're a lot more than Richard Cunningham, the center fielder. Like, where you go to college might determine who you marry, what you end up doing for work, what your faith looks like, who you are as a man is going to be developed in these next few years. And he goes, I just want you to be really intentional that can happen at a lot of places, but like, here's what we care about at Baylor. We're a school of deep Christian values and people working hard for the things they earn and get. And so when I heard that as an 18-year-old rising senior in high school, I was like, yeah, this is the kind of man I want to play for. And I met some awesome, I got, meet Augie Garrido and all these amazing coaches, and many of them carried that same ethic, but just understanding that was Coach Smith's heart, that was the heart of Baylor University, that was the heart of that coaching staff, that sentiment was to me, I was like, I'm really looking forward to this. This is the kind of place I want to go, and it ended up being a great fit. Coach Smith was actually fired after my freshman year, and Steve Rodriguez came in for the next 4 years. He was the Pepperdine coach, and he was a man of very similar just values, morals, a great old school baseball guy, really could play small ball. He was a big leaguer for the Red Sox and the Tigers, and I mean, really just like another dad to me, if you will. I had an amazing father. We have an incredible relationship, still do. We get to play golf together all the time. Like, I mean, now we're competing against each other. But I mean, these men.
Who wins?
It's back and forth. We tied the other day. He'll be glad I said that and I didn't say me. But yeah, I mean, these men become like other dads to you because you spend such high volume of time with them.
So walk us through your path from Austin High to Baylor. So all these kids, a lot of these kids, want to go to the next level. Every kid dreams of going to the next level. How did you make it happen?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, I mean, a lot of it, as we know with baseball, is good fortune. Now that good fortune comes to those who prepare really hard. And so I had a family that instilled in me as a little guy, like, hey, you're not very big, Richard. You're 5'9", you're scrawny. You're gonna do a lot of push-ups. If you want to elevate at Austin High football, Austin High baseball, like, you're gonna have to work that much harder than the next guy. And so by the grace of God, I had a family that really instilled in me work ethic and those values. So that was one thing. But then I think the good fortune came because of just being very prepared and stuff like that, and having just people who really cared about me. But in terms of specifically how it happened, it was really the bulk of my recruiting happened after my junior season at Austin High. I was playing travel ball, as you mentioned, with the Austin Wings. And it's one of those things where it's just good fortune and favor, where that's when a lot of the recruiting takes place, because the college baseball season is over. The coaches are now kind of unleashed to go to all of the perfect game tournaments and tournaments around Texas, and the showcases and things like that. And I was playing a showcase with the Austin Wings down at Texas State and San Marcos. And this is just good fortune as I get out there, and I'm pretty sure in the first game I hit for like the cycle and just like had an unbelievable day. Just one of those days where the ball looked like a beach ball. And then in my fifth at bat, the bases were loaded and I hit a grand slam. And so I had this just bonkers day in the showcase tournament. And I get back and I look at my email, and all of a sudden I've got 25 unread messages from you name the college, and all these coaches saying, Richard, want to bring you on a visit to Texas State or DBU or Baylor or Texas or TCU or Texas Tech, you name it. And I was just sitting there and I was like, what's happened? Like, I mean, I could have gone 0 for 5 that day and maybe never heard from those coaches. And just the rare opportunity that just one of those good days at the yard set into motion a summer of people. And now coaches come back and evaluate and they do their due diligence, and it's not a one-time thing. But I was just very fortunate that summer just to go nuts. It was really hot at the plate, and then ultimately committed to Baylor. I believe it was June 26th of 2013. And so committed in that summer, came back and played my senior year at Austin High as a Baylor commit.
Wow, what a great story, man. And to your point, just a moment in time can change the whole destiny.
Absolutely.
Difference between 5 for 5 and 0 for 5.
Yeah.
What a great story. Well, thank you very much for spending some time with us and bringing us a little bit more educated on Austin High history and baseball from a leader and a legend here, Richard Cunningham. Thanks, Richard.
Hey, loyal forever, go Maroons. Let's get some wins.
All right, we'll be right back after these words.
Get a win right here.
As simple as playing baseball. Stay focused, dialed in.
This is Jake Beck.
Hey, Beck fires it over to third, and the tag is there!
Nate Goulding.
The great Goulding.
Gerald Jones. This is Aiden Leonard.
Leonard sends one to right field.
This is Luke Brzaka.
He got him.
This is Charlie Reeves.
Gonna bring home Reeves safe.
I'm Jack Unberhagen.
3-run shot by Lumberjack Unberhagen.
This is Jaden Bessa.
Coach A sending him.
This is Logan Kenny.
He sends a shot to the outfield.
This is James Scott.
Hi, Toledo, James Scott.
Austin High Baseball play-by-play is brought to you by Plains Capital, Strong roots for a strong future. Financial products and services tailored to your needs. 8118 Dental Professionals. Dental care focused on whole body wellness. Sportsman's Barbershop. A friendly neighborhood barbershop located in Bryker Wood at 3702 Jefferson. Horizon Bank. Since 1905, Horizon has been proud to work with local businesses across Central Texas and beyond. Hitforth. At Hitforth, we're hardcore about data-driven player development. Nance Orthodontics. Seamless, state-of-the-art orthodontic treatment focused on you. Terrytown Pharmacy. Innovative care. Timeless service. By Tate Property. Exceptional homes. Exceptional service. Celebrating 125 years of Austin High baseball.
Let's go! And he drops it. Run comes across. What just happened? That's what I'm talking about. Win!
Once again, David Roy Scott.
Welcome in, everyone. Back to Burger Field here. David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth. Our producer, Lulu, is to my right. As the getting ready, we're going to go through some opening lineups here. For Bowie, leading off, it'll be Gonzalez. Winners will be your 2-hole. Harrington at the 3, Strickland at the 4, Gautier at the 5, Lambert at the 6th, and then your 7, 8, and 9 hitters in order, Williams, Niddle, and Laughlin. On the mound starting tonight for Bowie will be Miller.
Cole Miller. He came in relief on the Tuesday game. Yes, sir. So for the Maroons, we have batting first and playing center field, number 3, the Sarge, James Scott Jr. Batting second and DHing, the Lumberjack, Jack Umberhagen. Batting third and making his first district start at catcher, number 21, sophomore, Osby Contreras. Batting fourth on the mound, cool hand, Luke Pazanka. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Javi Godinez. Batting sixth and playing second base, Mr. Personality, Charlie Reeves. Batting seventh and playing right field, Aiden Leonard. Batting eighth and playing first base, Jaden Besa. And batting ninth and getting the start in left field today is none other than the Laser, Jake the Laser Beck.
Jake Beck, after the start on Tuesday night, will move out into the outfield. Pizanka, who came in relief on that Tuesday night, will come in and he will start the night. Pizanka, too, it's a little bit interesting, had 43 pitches thrown on Tuesday night in relief of Jake Beck. We'll have more on that in just a moment. For now, the national anthem. The play ball call. There's no better place to spend your Friday night. And we appreciate you all tuning in and spending it with us on the Austin High YouTube channel, courtesy of Vipe Media. And quite a few of our sponsors as well.
Yeah, we got Luke Pizanka, David, on the mound today, as you mentioned. This is his second game to start. He's thrown 10 innings on the year. His record is 0 wins, 1 loss, 1 save, and his only save opportunity. He's given up 14 hits in those 10 innings, 4 walks, 13 strikeouts, given up 9 runs, only 5 earned. So he comes in with an even 3.5 ERA with a whip of 1.80. And no matter where you are in this great world, whether you're driving on Mopac or I-35, rushing here to the ballpark at Burger Stadium, in a chair at Sportsman's Barber Shop, or in the comfort of your home, pull up a chair. It's time for Maroon Baseball.
I give a shout out and a quick thank you to our sponsors that make all of this possible. We got 2 other camera angles you'll see throughout the night, courtesy of Horizon Bank, 8118 Dental Professionals, Terrytown Pharmacy, Nats Orthodontics, and of course, Sportsman's Barbershop, as well as Tate Property. So a big shout out and a big thank you to all of our sponsors who make all of this possible. Skyler is our eye in the sky, so to speak. He's the operator in a back end and keeps us running, and he'll help us stay up to date on what's going on around the district as Pizanka warms up here on this warm and sunny evening. 78 degrees still here at first pitch. That wind is shifting a little bit, but it's about 13-mile-an-hour wind coming in from the north.
Yeah, it's a new defensive lineup for the Maroons that we haven't seen a lot this year, if at all. And you can understand what Coach A is trying to do is get his best defensive players out there in the 8 that are out there, excluding the pitcher Pizanka, who, by the way, fields his position very well, as you would expect from a first baseman, third baseman. And in for the Bowie Bulldogs, it's the Gonzalez, the shortstop.
Gonzalez will lead off, as he did on Tuesday night, and we'll open things up with a high pitch way outside there, and it'll start the count 1-0. Second one drops down. Breaking ball gets a little low there, and it'll come up 2-0 on the count here for Pizanka. The 2-0 offering finds the zone right down the pipeline. Two-one. Does it right again, so it comes back 2-2 here on the count. This one, it'll send back up the gap right past Pizanka. And it'll slip past Charlie Reeves into center field, and Gonzalez will stay at first.
All right, let's go ahead and set the defense. You got Pizanka and Contreras as your battery mate. Besa, Reeves, Godinez, and Kinney around the infield. Outfield left to right is Beck, Scott, and Aiden Leonard.
A 1-0 pitch there.
Looks like Cool Hand Luke needs a little bit of time to get comfortable. Everything's been a bit high.
It's a little too warm for him. He got to cool down a little bit,
There
you
you
know.
go.
At 78 degrees, doesn't jive with his motif. There's Pizanka. This one popped up right center. Leonard comes underneath, tracking for it, and trying to make the throw back to first, but Gonzalez will return.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 5, Travis Harrington.
Good job out there, Aiden Leonard, showing some range coming in and getting that ball. The wind is blowing straight out here at the ballpark at Burger Stadium. 311 down left, 401 to center, 341 to right, and the deepest part is 410 in right center. Nice stop by Contreras.
Comes up, ready to fire over to second in case Gonzalez feels lucky.
That wind just is going to play the opposite of what it did the other day.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a jet stream up there. So first step on these outfielders, when in doubt, go back.
This one popped high into shallow right, and let's stay fair.
And as I say that, he hits a flare or down right field line that hits right on the line. Oh, boy. Can't get them all right.
Now back for the Bulldogs, number 2, Miles Strickland.
So Miles Strickland now will come up to the plate. Strickland on Tuesday night went 0 of 3 at the plate. Struck out twice, swinging once, watching it go by him. Zonka with a throwback over to first. To be the 11th pitch. They're going to call that foul.
Yeah, it hit right off the instep of his foot. Either that or he's earning a Golden Globe right now. And having done that a few times myself, I think it's legit off the instep. And there's not such a pain in life like that pain.
Chopped it back underneath there. And
yeah, he's going to need a second to watch it off, man.
Yeah, taking a little time out and come back over. And you see them, they're kind of working that left foot just a little bit.
Doesn't look bad, but anybody who doesn't understand
it stinks for a little bit, though.
You go out to your local batting cage and do that yourself. That's
come out
be painful.
You'll see that be a little red after the game, most likely. Swing miss, but that'll slip through, and Contreras can't get the throw back over to first. And just like that, Bowie starting this afternoon much the way they did on Tuesday, getting on the board first, and one run will score, and that'll be Gonzalez. Zonka well outside there. So go 1-2 on the count.
You know, I know it's early. It's only been 13 pitches. I'd like to see one of our infielders or catcher go out there and just talk to Pazanka.
This one inside, catch the zone, and that'll send Strickland away looking.
It's 2 outs now. Just to do something, change the vibe. Cool Hand dug down Luke. Dug down deep there and got it done himself, but
runner at second is Harrington. Winters with a fly out over to right. This one chopped back. Basil will scoop it up over at first, and a flip to Bazanka, who comes storming over to retire the side.
Let's be aggressive over there, Jaden Basin. Take that yourself. But we made the play, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters. So, a half inning down. Bowie out in front with a run scored, 1-0 over Austin High. When we return, it's your leadoff hitters, James Scott, Jack Umberhagen, Osby Contreras in the bottom of the first.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brykerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Welcome back in to Burger Field. David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth. That last half inning there, Bowie able to get on the board off the pitch there. Contreras just couldn't get a handle on it, slipped past him, and that allowed Gonzalez to score over from third.
All right, that's going to bring up the Sarge. James Scott Jr., the leading hitter, 362 average, 455 on base percentage, 859 OPS, a triple, 3 RBIs, 6 runs scored.
Number 3, James Scott.
Against Cole Miller. Miller, like we talked about, came in relief the other day. Starts him off with a 74-mile-an-hour curve for a ball.
Find the zone. Strike one there for him. Second pitch. That's not.
They call that first one a strike.
They called the first one the strike.
Oh, my.
They called the second one ball.
Okay.
That second one, they will give it a strike as well.
Wow.
So we go 1-2. Scott swings, misses. Breaking ball outside. James Scott goes chasing after it, can't catch up. And that'll be 1 away on 4 pitches.
All right, the Lumberjack is up. Jack Umberhagen. He's hitting 273. This is his 16th game played. 395 on base percentage, 941 OPS, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs on this young season.
Umberhagen.
Ooh.
DHing, of course, for Logan Kenny.
Now, David Roy, you're right behind the plate. You got the best view of anybody. Are these over the plate when they come across?
Well, you know.
Okay.
I would, that one for sure it was just low, but.
Okay,
Keep me
honest
they're
over
clipping
here.
the edge here a little bit.
Okay, all right.
That was well outside, or inside rather. 2-1 on the count here. Up to pitch 7 for Cole Miller.
That's 85 on the corner.
You know.
Corner-ish?
Corner-ish.
Oh, boy.
Corner-ish, maybe. Look, I don't know that I would have called that one if it was me behind the plate, but there's a reason
job.
that I'm not.
Yeah,
so.
sure. That's a really tough job.
And that one, they're going to say inside. 2 away.
Now batting for the Maroons, catcher, number 21, Osby.
All right,
Umberhagen
Contreras.
took it looking, so up comes Contreras.
Contreras steps in. This is his 13th game played, 28 plate appearances, hitting 280, 357 on base percentage.
Here's Osby Contreras.
84.
That one they're going to call a ball. Okay. Being a little bit generous with that zone when you get into the edges here a little bit. The surprise that one didn't fall into that.
That's not what I was thinking.
Well, you know. That one well outside, so we'll go up. Contreras down there 2-0 on the count.
Yeah, good job by Osby staying in control and not chasing after that one. That was well outside.
2-0.
88
that
on the
one
corner.
Just over the edge there on that corner, so 2-1 for him. Still has a little cushion here in the pitch count, though, or strike count. And a 2-1 swung on, missed. So we've got an even 2-2 here on the count. Miller looking to make this the last pitch of the inning. Contreras says no, sir. Swings this one outside. It
There
gets
you go.
through. Osby Contreras.
How about that, Osby Contreras?
Put it over the head of center field. He couldn't get over to it. Had it for a moment. Couldn't see it into the glove. Lost track of it. And Osby Contreras with a nice center field double.
Nice job. Osby putting the bat on the ball. He's going to have courtesy runner for him, Drew Anderson. And, hey, we have a Red Jackets sighting. Clear of the Red Jackets here.
So Luke Pizanka going to take to the plate here.
Cool hand Luke hitting 273, 429 on base percentage, and 823 OPS. Got one big fly this year.
Swung on, missed here for opening pitch.
A sharp breaking slider right there at 75. Started adding, broke over the heart of the plate.
Godina's on deck. Check swing there, well outside. Good job by Pizanka to back off at the last moment. Come up 1-1.
Hey, base hit right here. Luke Pizanka help himself out there on the mound. Base hit should score.
Yeah. 2 outs. This one down low in the dirt. I'll give Pizanka a little bit of cushion here to work with at the plate. Goes up 2-1 here on the strike count. Contreras sitting comfortably at second. This pitch well outside, so.
It was a nice block by Harrington.
Very important block by Harrington, too. You got Contreras chomping at the bit. 3-1 on the count here, in danger of walking Pizanka to first. And he'll do just that. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Took a second to register it, but thought that was well outside. Instead, they call that strike 2, so we got a full count.
Going to be the payoff pitch right here. Anderson out on second should get a good jump.
Here's Miller. High pitch. The nod. They'll send him off to first. Walked him right there on the fringe of the zone.
Well, I tell you what, Miller, the pitcher for Bowie, sort of showing up. The umpire there jumped off, didn't get the call, which is okay, that's fine. But then he stared down the umpire. You know, if you're an umpire, you're thinking, listen, young boy, I'm a grown man and you're 17, 18, 19 years old staring me down. That might come into play later.
Patrick Bird going to come in and courtesy run here for Luke Pizanka. So your 2 courtesy runners out there, Anderson and Bird. That first pitch, well high here for Javi Godinez.
Watch it, David. Let's see if Miller doesn't get squeezed here by that tactic he pulled last bat. Let's see. Umpires try not to do it, but they're human too.
Godinez fouls this one off.
That's 86.
The good news here, if you're Austin High, you are slowly driving up that pitch count here for Miller, and Harrington's going to go out and talk to Cole Miller there. They've got him down at 22 pitches. That's about what I've got here for Cole Miller.
That's what I have too. So we have the trifecta. We all agree.
We are all in concur. 1-1 here on the count. Throw over to first as Godinez chops this over to second. And that will retire the side. 2 runners on base. Can't bring any of them home. 23 pitches later. And the Bowie Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead into the top of the second when we return from Burger Field.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth, live from Burger Field. As that last half inning there for Austin High. Got a couple on base. Osby Contreras, the major highlight there of the inning, had a nice center field double, put them in position, and then unfortunately, though, being down 2 outs before you can even get into that situation, just unable and in a really tight spot there at the plate to be able to drive anything home.
I did like the fight out of the team, though. 2 quick outs at the top, and then, you know, to your point, work the count, and let's keep it going. As this game unfolds, be interesting to watch what happens. We have several different stories within the game going on. Pitch count, the stare down of the umpire.
Pizanka so far having a hard time finding the zone right now. He goes ahead again on the count, 2-0 here against Lambert. Lambert, your 6-hole hitter. That one does find it. 2-1.
Pizanka works very quick, which infielders love. He gets the ball back, and he's ready to go.
Outside, down low. 3-1 here on the count. This will be pitch number 20 for Luke Pizanka. And that'll walk Lambert off to first.
Now back to the Bulldogs, number 22, Darius Williams.
Stepping in the box now, Williams. Bunt call down, Pizanka waves him off, dropped it, and just like that, Williams able to get on base, and he'll advance Lambert over to second.
Now back for the Bulldogs, number 18, Luke Middle.
Just kind of reminiscent of Tuesday's night's game. Putting ourselves in a little hole. Let's see if we can't get a pitcher's best friend right here, a little double play. Help our pitcher out.
Luke Niddle here now at the plate. Shown bunt call here. They're going to shift. Takes that one for strike one.
Basie creeping in from first base, expecting the bunt. Kenny covering the bag, it looks like. Means Pizanka's got third base line, most likely.
Throw. Niddle lays the bunt down. Pizanka able to scoop it, and he slips. And he can't get up in time to make the throw. And that'll leave us with bases loaded.
We're going to see if he tweaks something there. He did the splits, basically.
He was trying to come up, and that right leg of his just kind of gave out under him in the turf. It has rained over the past couple days, especially yesterday. So that field, despite perhaps best efforts, is a little slick. And those cleats, they're not like football cleats. They don't have the spikes that really kind of dig in and give you that same kind of grip that you would expect, especially in grassy situation. So have the conversation. A little pat on the back here for Luke Pizanka. All is well. But he is in quite the jam here with Laughlin coming up.
And as expected, the infield's going to play in to cut down the run at first. The key is make the play, get it to Contreras. Once you get it to Osby, he's got to take it almost like a first baseman with his foot on home plate. See if he can't get the double play there at first with Besa.
Pitch swung on, missed. That'll be strike one.
Yeah, Laughlin, their 9-hole hitter, is their DH.
And consider, too, no outs yet recorded here in the second for Austin High. This one chopped foul back over to the Austin High dugout.
Way out in front of the count now. That's a good sign.
Oh-2 here on the count. 0-2 up high, well out of reach and well out of range. So the 1-2. Wow.
You have a better seat at it than I do, but I'm not quite sure what's going on in that outside corner. Looks incredibly inconsistent.
Yeah. That's one word for it.
Okay. All right.
That's a good word for it, I would say. This one chopped foul back over to the Bowie dugout this time, so we stay at an even keel. 2-2. The only thing going up right now is Pizanka's pitch count right now up to 28. Here's pitch 29 on the 2-2 count.
He's
Check
out.
Swing and a call him out.
Bases are loaded. You don't have to do that throw down
Nope.
to first base. First base is occupied. That rule gets a lot of people confused, players included.
Mm-hmm. Just like that, though, I mean, your 6, 7, 8 hitters are all on base right now. We're back top of the lineup with Gonzalez. And he will chop this one foul. It'll sail back towards the field house here behind us.
Now, that's a big out to get. So Reeves at second, Godinez at short, move back to double play depth up the middle. You still have Kenny at third and Base at first in. So their play is definitely home.
Pizanka, smooth stroke right down the center. And that'll put 2 strikes in the column. With 1 away. Pitch number 32 here for Pizanka. Inside, wow. Just nicks that elbow of Gonzalez. That will allow Lambert to score.
That almost
on a
falls.
walk.
I'm sorry, Dave. That almost falls under the did he do anything to get out of the way of the pitch?
I mean, you know, there's a case to be made that nothing was done.
Now, granted, he didn't stick his elbow out over it either. He just didn't
Right,
get out of the way.
He just didn't move.
Now, keep in mind, he was up on top of the plate, but doesn't change the call, as that is a called strike. This is Winters, right?
This is Winters. So down 0-1 now here for Winters.
He flew out to right last time up.
He fouls this one off here to the cage behind him. That'll be strike 2. You've got Williams right now sitting at third, Luke Niddle over at second, and Gonzalez, of course, just walked over to first. 0-2 count here for Winters, and Winters going to take a break. A little timeout here.
With all this craziness, he's one pitch from getting out of this.
Low outside there. Contreras has to scramble to get in front of that. That'll go 1-2.
Good job by Osby there. He's got to be a wall back there. No more runs coming across.
The 1-2. Wind up. Check swing. That was right over that edge of the plate, but okay. Inconsistent on the inside corner just a little bit too.
All right. Uh-oh. The Bowie baseball coach yelling at his own team to keep it down.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often.
Well, it was your infield umpire who came over and said something to him.
That was a huge by being calm under pressure in this situation. If he can limit the damage right here, he has earned that nickname again, because this has been a stud performance so far. This is a big at-bat with Harrington here, who singled his first time up.
2 outs. It's pitch number 38, and this will get fouled off again towards that field house.
Yep, 38 overall, 23 this inning. So we've been working hard. Sarge in center, shaded over to left center.
0-1 swung on and missed here by Harrington. Puts him down 0-2. Bases still loaded. And Pizanka can end the inning here with pitch 40. The wind-up, delivery, finds his own, struck him out looking.
How about that, baby?
Back-to-back strikeouts by cool hand Luke Pizanka. 40 pitches so far here on the afternoon, and he stops the bleeding with only a run scored despite bases loaded. Austin High, the Maroons, an opportunity to respond when we return at the bottom of the second.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth. The Bowie Bulldogs up 2-0 over Austin High, but an outstanding performance there by Luke Pizanka. Got into a jam, bases loaded, works his way out of it. 2 strikeouts, got them both looking to end the half inning there at the top of the second. Now Austin High looking to build off their end to that first inning and get some momentum into the base paths here a little bit.
One of the best we have is right here, Charlie Reeves, Mr. Personality. This is his 14th game played. He's hitting .320 with a .400 on-base percentage, 1 double, 7 RBIs, 4 runs scored. See if you can't get on base here.
Had an outstanding performance during the tournament up in Leander a couple of weeks ago. Here he'll start out 1-0, comes back there 1-1. That one just finds that outside corner over the plate. Go 1-1 on the count. Swung on, missed here for the 1-1 offering. Comes back, strike 2 here for Charlie Reeves. So the 1-2 strike count. The wind up, Reeves gets it up over the head of the shortstop, and Charlie Reeves with a nice little single to get on base.
How about that rope? That's what we call that in baseball world. He hit a rope over the shortstop's head.
It's had a nice little arc. Shortstop tried to time it, outstretched just up over the leather of the glove there, and it drops just in behind him.
Let's see if we can keep it going here with Aiden Leonard. 294 on the season, 400 even on base percentage. He's checking the sign, unsure of the sign, so he's going to go talk to Coach A. Got Leonard, Besa, and Beck, then back to the top of the order. Big hole over to his pull side as you got Gutierrez holding on Reeves at first. If he can get that bat head in front of that fastball, get it down the line, we'd have a track meet going on here at the ballpark at Berger.
And throw back over to first there from Cole Miller, trying to keep Reeves. Keep in mind, Tuesday night, Bowie was able to get one there, get an out that way with a throw back over to first. Got Aiden Leonard himself out, speak the devil.
Yep.
So 0-1 here for Aiden Leonard. His first time at the plate this evening. They're trying to go back there to Charlie Reeves. It'll be pitch 29, well outside. Harrington's got to lean over to get in front of it, and that'll even up the count 1-1 for Aiden Leonard. Reeves twitchy out there. That one breaks back inside, finds that zone there for strike 2.
Hey, quick shout out to Hazel Bird, Patrick Berg's grandmother. She's here at the stadium today. Oh.
Down low, but just inside for the third strike, and down goes Aiden Leonard looking.
All right, we got Jaden Besa in, playing in his 18th game. On base percentage at .333. Got a double, 4 RBIs, 5 runs scored.
Here's Besa. Throw again back to first. Really trying to keep Charlie Reeves just from getting any kind of a jump. They want him as tight to first base as they can get. First pitch here of the night for Besa. The inconsistencies of the outside corner continue.
Yeah, the crowd's getting a little restless. It's not just my partner and me who question some of these. The Berger faithful on both sides are. And, hey, tip the hat to Miller. He's going to test his luck like the Braves did in the 90s. Hey, if they're going to give you a couple inches, take a foot. Why not?
1-1 count, one away here. Besa pops this one high. And it'll be snagged.
Miller is sitting at about 86 to 88 on his fastball and about 73 to 75 on his slider. Straight change is about 76-ish.
Beck will foul this one off. Back into the parking lot. Makes me glad I moved my car after unloading.
Smart man, David Roy.
Pull up, unload. Once it's all unloaded, get the car out of the way. 0-2 here on the count. 2 outs. High pitch, Jake Beck, wise to lay off.
Mama Roy did not raise a dummy, did she?
Well, I don't know that she would wholeheartedly agree with that, but, you know, we'll say for the sake of argument that she will. 1-2 count. Reeves going to take off. The throw to second. Ain't in time. Slips through. And Reeves thought about trying his luck, but decided not to as he saw center field coming in pretty quick once it slipped past second and short.
It was a good job by Winters backing up that ball. Smart play by Charlie not to take third.
Well done, though, by Reeves, stealing second. With a 2-2 pitch, struck him out. And that will retire the side. So Austin High, despite getting Reeves out onto the base paths, they can't bring him home either. And so going into the third, Austin High trails 2-0. We'll be back, top of the third, when we return.
Cheer on your Austin High School baseball team and enjoy the spring season with ease thanks to Terrytown Pharmacy. We're not just a pharmacy, we are a neighborhood health hub offering prescription services, immunizations, home delivery, and a charming selection of gifts for any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a win or supporting a player, find the perfect gift and keep your health in check at Terrytown Pharmacy. Let's celebrate health, wellness, and community spirit together.
This is Logan Kenny. You're watching Austin Maroon Baseball on the Vipe Live Network.
Welcome back in. Burger Field, David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth. If you want to chat with us while we're sitting here, James has got the email for you to do that.
You can hit us up at ahsmaroonbaseball@gmail.com. ahsmaroon, singular, not plural, baseball@gmail.com.
So go ahead, send us some emails. We'll be happy to chat with you and talk to you live over the air here as Pazanka's first pitch of the third inning will find Strickland in the back, and he will take first base on the hit by pitch.
All right, after that long inning by Pazanka last time out, we'd love a quick one. So maybe we can roll a pair, keep this damage down low, and have a very quick inning for a cool hand Luke.
Well, and from a pitch count standpoint, you look at the numbers right now. I mean, they're both up there. You had Miller on the other side almost up to 40 pitches. He was just a pitch behind as Pazanka here. The bunt call was on, but Gautier can't connect. Go 0-1 here on the count. Throwback to first, and so 42 pitches. So I mean, right now there's only been about a one pitch difference in terms of the overall, the aggregate so far here on the evening between Pazanka and Miller. So they're both having to do a lot of work right now on the mound. Bunt call still on. That'll be 2 strikes here for Gautier. Strickland at first off the hit by pitch to open the third inning. And Bowie leads 2-0. A run scored in both the first and second innings.
A lot of spirit by the folks here. A couple hundred folks or so here at the ballpark at Burger.
The 1-2. Zonka taking his time here a little bit. This one chopped over to Charlie Reeves over at second. Throw to first in time. And that will put one away.
Yeah, smart play by Reeves, not getting over eager and trying to get that runner, that lead runner over there in turn 2. Important to go ahead and get an out there. Brings up Lambert, who walked and scored in the second. Outfield straight away. Besa in at first, looking for a bunt.
Well, outside, Contreras gets in front of it. Lambert walked his last time out. Got that inning started, and he was, in fact, the run that scored there in the second inning. That throw slips through, and the run to third is in time. So Strickland, after striking out looking in the first inning, comes back out here and steals third.
There's no steal, sir. Sorry to say. That is an errant throw by our pitcher.
Okay.
So that'll go down as he was trying to pick him off second, or at least throw to second. Air melted out into center field, so that'll be an error on Pizanko, moving
Ear one there.
Strickland over, yes.
The E1. And correct me if I'm wrong, got that down. That's a first error of the afternoon, if I'm not mistaken.
100%. Now, granted, we're only in the top of the third.
So what you're saying is there's still time.
Well, I mean, I like your positivity, sir. We need to keep it down to one. Play good fundamental baseball.
High pitch outside there.
Yeah, 82 looked like it's tailing on him pretty good.
Check swing, it slips past Contreras. And Strickland will score.
That can't happen. Not at this level.
Slips past his legs like it did in the first inning.
2 of the 3 runs scored on pass balls.
So far right now, Bowie, a run scored in each inning thus far.
Coach A imploring his defense to step up and help their pitchers out. Looks like he's going to get some activity going in the bullpen. See who grabs the ball.
Zanka comes back.
81 on the corner for a strike, yep.
Three 3-1 on the count. This one
There you
grounds
go.
out over to first.
I love to see that. Last time he came over, he was kind of timid and wanted to toss it, which he did. That one, not even a thought. Played that exactly right. Nice play, Jaden Besa.
Besa just runs over, does it himself.
Darius Williams is up, single last time up.
So Pizanka comes back, finds zone there. Williams, his last at bat, he walked. Bunted, rather, sorry. Got on base with a bunt. Now sits down in the count 1-2, 2 away. High pitch there, would be ball 2. So far, Gauthier grounded out over to second with Reeves thrown over to first, and then your last one there with Lambert grounding out over to first. This one popped high, and Aiden Leonard roams over to make the grab. A run scores for the third inning in a row in Austin High. Looking for some activity. Coach A trying to motivate the at-bats to get things going. When we come back, we're back top of the lineup. James Scott, Jack Humberhagen, Osby Contreras when we return for the bottom of the third.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth. Pretty active third inning there a little bit, but you got the infield involved a little bit too. Led off with a hit by pitch and for Strickland, and Strickland stole third. Well, rather we should say Pizanka gave him third off the
Advanced
air
on an error, and throwing a pickoff.
But then you have Charlie Reeves with throw over to first again out. Then you have a ground out over to first, and then the fly out over to right. So it ends on a pretty high note for Luke Pizanka. Let's see if the at-bats can do the same with our leadoff hitter here in the Sarge himself, James Scott.
Just like on Tuesday, our pitchers are working out of it without letting big cricket numbers. If it's a single per frame, our offense has got to get the bats going and get some cricket numbers of our own if we want to take this game.
We open it up with Cole Miller throwing pitch number 40.
I think they're going to keep feeding him some junk here.
James Scott swung on that.
He's changing that, and they hadn't thrown him a fastball yet in either at bat. So you got to choke up, stay back on it. Of course, you say that, he's going to fire a fastball in.
0-2, and there it is. Catch him out swinging as well, much as he did in the first.
Batting for the room to be the DH, number 13, Jack Upperhaven.
I realize you don't want to get beat by the fastball, but at some point in time you're going to have to adjust, right? And they've thrown him 7 to 8 breaking balls, and he's been out in front, so his approach is off.
Umberhagen trying to time it up just right, can't.
And ironically, he's a good curveball hitter. But you're not going to be a great curveball hitter if you're way out on your front foot.
Umberhagen watches second pitch go by to go down in the count 0-2. That one fouled off by Umberhagen. Osby Contreras is on deck. He doubled his last time out.
You got the bat around. Yeah, you got that bat head on the ball, man, and great things happen when you do that.
Umberhagen. Really nice job there. Watch this go by. Be ball one here on this count. 1-2. Well, active here on a Friday afternoon. Of course, it's got the sun out. It's not chilly, so the fans are out in force as Umberhagen takes this one looking, as he did in the first inning. Got a little John going back and forth between Austin High fans, Bowie fans on the other side here. It was a much more subdued atmosphere on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was. Warmer temperatures bring out the temperatures of our minds. How about that? That's a call strike.
Contreras came around. 0-1. That's one out.
87 on the corner, called strike.
Again, like I said, a little generous error, but and swing and a miss there for Osby Contreras. Goes 3 up, 3 down. And another inning by with Austin High. Looking at that scoreboard, down 3-0. Trying to battle back. So when we return, it'll be the top of the fourth, and we'll find out whether or not there's been a change at the mound.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Anderson is up 5-0 over Aikens in the bottom of the fourth.
Lulu.
So Lulu giving us a score update. Anderson up 5-0, bottom of the fourth.
The
over
Austin
Aikens.
High faithful wanted to hear from our producer, and there you have it, folks.
There you
Lulu Korn with the updated score. And that is Lake Travis over Aikens, correct?
Yes. Anderson over Aikens.
Anderson over Aikens. Anderson's playing some good ball here lately.
That's your Vite Media score update, courtesy of our producer.
All right, Luke Niddle up. He singled last time up. Leading off the top of the fourth.
And check swing there. And they're going to say he didn't come around, so that'll go as 1-0. I had Niddle down as he bunted his last time up.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, bunt single, sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So here we go. This one chopped over to third. Kenny, the throw over to
Nice
first.
job, Logan
and
Kenny.
that'll put one away.
I love the arm on that kid. Threw a strike over there on the line, too. Nice job, Logan Kenny.
So one away. So the first time tonight, and one of the few moments where pitching-wise, you're not starting out at a disadvantage. You're starting out one already put away.
Another way to say that is you got the leadoff man out for the first time in a few times. First time tonight, probably a few times this week. But, boy, you feel that wind jetting up there?
Yeah.
We have it back to us, but some of the other folks don't. And we have hair and flags and everything flying all over the place.
Two away. One out. Down low, Odsby Contreras all over it. One-two on the count. Laughlin fouls this one off.
You know, Pazonka hasn't gone that long in games only because he's been coming out of the pen. We'll see how long he can go today. Beck is available. He only threw 64 pitches. If you remember, we had this great debate on pitch 65, right?
Yep, that's
and he only threw 64 because we got out of that inning with the double play to Aiden Leonard into Sarge. So he's available if need be.
It's chopped over to short. Godinez, throw to first. That'll put two away.
He fielded that off to his left-hand side. He needs to get in front of that ball. That way, in case it takes a bad hop, he can block it with his body and get it on over. Made the play. Some nice job. Made a good throw. Just like to see him get in front of that ball.
Really good infield play right now, though, and you have, you know, Pazonka putting your infield in good position to make those kinds of throws right now. Two away. And we come back to the top of the order here. Josh Gonzalez, 1-0. He walked his last time up, singled in the first. This one down inside, that'll go for ball 2. They're going to let that go for 3-0.
Four-pitch walk.
4-pitch walk.
Sorry, let's see if we can't get Winters here. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to Leonard and Wright in the first inning and struck out looking in the second. Outfielders need to be aware of that jet stream. Infield on the pop-ups, too. Know that that ball is going to play deeper than what you expect. I don't have the count on this wind gust, but I would guess it's in the 20s.
That pitch hit by pitch for Winters.
So Coach A motioned to the bullpen last inning for somebody to get warm. I haven't seen anybody up. Nobody is up now. So you would think if he was looking to bring anybody off the bench, they would be getting warm now. So his next options, if he made a change here, would be either Besa or Beck or Kenny, one of those three.
Yeah.
Possibly Aiden Leonard, who's pitched pretty well this year.
Wind, you talk about that wind, it has gone up from when we started. We're up to about 15 miles an hour right now.
15 with gusts to what?
Gusts up to about a little over 20, about 22
okay,
right now.
there you go. I'm no meteorologist, but, you know, I can guess with the best.
There you go.
Either that or I got lucky. Probably got lucky.
Runners at first and second are your leadoff. Gonzalez and Winters.
Holy smokes.
Strike there.
That's an 81 mile an hour, I believe, fastball. I shouldn't say that. It had some movement to it. But 81 is about where he has, 81, 83, about where he's been throwing his fastball today. He's not a speed demon out there, but he has great control and a lot of movement on his pitches.
1-1 count. This one.
That's going to
Get
carry.
out, and it'll get
hit
all
that
the way
jet
out
stream.
into that left center field gap. One will score. The throw to the plate will not be in time. There goes 2 off the double from Harrington.
That was a big hit by Harrington, but you could tell by the way Sarge went to go get that ball that it did, in fact, hit that jet stream. No chance that he had to get that one, but it really sailed past where Sarge thought it was going to be. And that's going to end the night for Pazanka. So looks like Base is going to go in. They're probably going to swap positions, I would guess.
So you're going to have that pitching change right now. Bowie up 5-0 off the bat of Harrington. Despite starting this out, 2 outs.
That's right. Yeah, we got 2 pretty
We
quick
had 2
outs.
really quick outs. We had it over the throw from short to first.
Yep.
Then Logan Kenny made the throw over to base to put Niddle and Laughlin away. Since then, you had Gonzalez get on base with a walk. Winters got hit by the pitch. and then Harrington comes in with a double out to left center to drive the two of them home.
We'll give the final book on Pazanka here in a bit. He is responsible for Harrington out there on second. Maroons in a jam here with the cleanup hitter, Strickland. Up, he's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third to lead off the third. So far, Pazanka pitched 2 3/3 innings. Let's see if I can get it out right. 72 pitches, 41 of those are strikes, gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, struck out 4, hit 3, which actually sounds worse than it was. It was not that wild. It was like they were a little over the plate or crowding the plate on him, and they just nicked him.
Mm-hmm.
But he, again, is responsible for Harrington out on second. So he's currently sitting at 5 runs given up, 3 of those earned. We'll see what happens here. Jaden Bass on the mound. He's thrown 16 1/3 innings. He's pitched. This is his 4th game. He started all of his games so far. He's 1-1. Gave up 19 hits, 9 runs, 8 of those earned. Struck out 14 for a 3.42 ERA.
Strickland gonna drive this straightaway center, and James Scott will put this one away, and that'll retire the side, but not before Bowie scores 2 off the big double from Harrington. And just like that, Bowie extends their lead up 5-0 going in to the bottom of the 4th when we come back.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott up here into the booth. And you know, we had the score update from our producer Lulu sitting here with us, and at the top of the 4th inning that, you know, Anderson was over Aikens there at 5-0. Bottom of the 4th, right now that score is a lot similar to ours right now. Bowie up 5-0 coming into the bottom of the 4th.
Luke Pazanka stepping in, took that as a strike. He walked his first time up. So no official at-bats yet today. 74-mile-an-hour slider called strike.
That one will go for a ball, so 1-2 here on the count. Well outside, that carried. Comes back even 2. The 2-2 offering swung on, missed. And down goes Pazanka swinging. That'll be a first out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Shortstop number 2, Javier
Godinez 0 for 1, grounded to second to end the first inning.
He's going to chop it right back that way, and he will have a repeat of the first inning, grounding out to second.
I'd like to see Charlie take some pitches here. Miller's only thrown 6 pitches this inning. You hate to see him get out of here if you're a Maroon fan, throwing under double digits.
Start there with a ball.
Yeah, 85 in the dirt.
1-0 here. That one high, so Charlie Reeves doing as we said, letting a few go by here, and so far being rewarded for it. 2-0 for him here. Down low. Still a bit of batter's count here. 2-1 on the count. Two outs. 3-1 now. This one finds his own, so we've got ourselves a full count. That gets us to that double digits here thrown on the inning as well. For Mr. Miller. Cole Miller. The wind-up throw. Reeves takes it. Watching it go by, and that'll retire the side. So Bowie Bulldogs lead 5-0 Austin High. Still searching for answers from the plate right now as Jaden Besa will return to the mound after throwing just one pitch to get out of the fourth. He'll have a little bit of work here in the top of the fifth when we return live from Burger Field.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome back in. Live from Burger Field. David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth. Appreciate everybody tuning in, joining us here on this lovely Friday evening. A beautiful 78 degrees. This wind is helping to keep things a little bit cooler. It has picked up. It was 13-mile-an-hour winds to open up the night. It has gone up. 15-mile-an-hour wind, gusts up to about 22 miles an hour right now. Bowie Bulldogs lead 5-0 here over the Austin High Maroons. Gautier going to lead us off here.
He's 0 for 2 as he steps in the box. Oh, jeez.
1-0.
Oh, I'm sorry. That looked good.
He grounded out to second his last time up. This one he'll foul off into the cage back behind us.
That first pitch, Basis started him off with the 70-mile-an-hour change, looking right over the middle of the plate. Maybe it had some movement, which fooled everyone.
That one outside.
77 was last pitch, and 69-mile-an-hour curve was this one. See a lot of movement from Besa.
This one popped high. Contreras, Pizanka, neither one of them can get to it. And that'll put
That's that wind.
Gautier on first.
Now back for the Bulldogs will be number 12, Ethan Lambert.
So Ethan Lambert. Ground out to first his last time up. Walked in the second. Swing, miss, and Contreras does not take the chance there as Gautier makes it to first. So Gautier from first to second there. One strike here on the count for Lambert. And
foul ball.
Foul ball there on the bunt call. So Lambert will go down in the count 0-2.
No, I wonder on our bunt coverage, if we have one where the shortstop covers third and third baseman actually charges in. I'd like to think we do. I bet we do.
Would think it would be a little odd if you didn't.
Yeah, and even on this one, with a runner on second, shortstop's really got to bust his tail to get over there to third base, but it looks like Bowie is shooting everything, all their bunts, right in there where the third baseman would be.
That's a throw down in the dirt here for ball 2, so an even 2-2 here on the count. Nobody away yet. Runner at second is Gautier. That pitch high. That'll go for ball 3. So a full count. Nobody away yet. Gautier over at second. Here's pitch number 11.
That's 74 on the corner. Nice job by Besa.
Just catches it and able to put Lambert away looking. So that'll be the first out here of this 5th inning. Williams comes up. Flew out over to right, his last at bat. Had a bunt single back in the second. They'll start out here in the 5th, down 0-1. Besa, the windup, chopped over to short. Quick flick of the wrist.
Good
Gets
job.
it over to first in time. And that'll put 2 away. Gautier, runner advances to third.
I like the way Javi approached that ball a lot better. He was in front of it, came up, made a good, hard, strong throw over to first base to get the out.
Up comes Luke Niddle. This one popped up. Grounded out to third, his last at bat. Back in the second inning, had a bunt single as well. He starts here 0-1 off the foul ball, and he'll go down now 0-2 with a second foul ball. This one down the third base line. Jane Besa, the 0-2, the windup. This one chopped out into right. Leonard can't get over there in time. That'll drive in the run from third. And Niddle gets to second.
Yeah, that's a double down the right field line. No chance for Aiden Leonard.
So Luke Niddle, an RBI double there. That'll put Bowie up 6-0 over Austin High here.
We're going to have to find it within ourselves. The kids call it get a little dog in you. Our guys are going to have to find the dog in them to come back from adversity, or this is going to be a long rest of the season. Our body language seems to be defeated.
This pitch outside, Besa.
And I cannot say we were here early before the team to get set up for this broadcast. I cannot say that even when they showed up, they had swagger to them. And we got to find that dog. There's good players out here.
Swing, miss by Laughlin, retires his side. But another run scored, and just as we go in here now to the bottom of the fifth, Bowie yet to have an inning where they don't score a run here this evening. They have scored at least once every single inning so far. Austin High gonna need their work cut out for them. Only got 3 innings left to drive back and rally down 6 when we return here to Burger Field.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we are proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you, or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in to a beautiful Friday evening. We're glad you're spending it with us. David Roy, James Scott here in the booth. As the Bowie Bulldogs up 6-0 to open up this bottom of the fifth inning. You're in the back 3 here on the batting order. Aiden Leonard, Jaden Besa on deck, and Jake Beck on standby right now.
All right, let's start it right now, man. Let's get some dog. How are we going to play this? You got first baseman back on the outfield grass. We're going to pull a bunt down, or are we going to just take strikes?
We're going to start out 0-1. Now, Leonard struck out looking in his last at-bat. That was back in the second. This one, he's going to crack into right field.
Going to.
That'll go back to the warning track, and really good job out there to range over and limit this to a single. Could have been a nice double for him, but really nice set of wheels by Lambert out there to range over and cut that off, keep that from going up to a double.
Yeah, Leonard did a good job getting the bat head around on that one. Hit a rope out to right. So let's go. He got some dog in him. Let's go, Jaden Besa. Getting some instruction there by Coach A. No way do we bunt him here. We don't have enough outs left in this game. We're down 6. But we still got to play smart. Third baseman's coming creeping in on the grass. Got a big hole over on the right-hand side, which is Besa's pull side.
So here we go. Down low. Nothing going there for Jane Besa. Up 1-0 on the count here.
I tell you, I would be cheating if I was Besa to pull that ball and get the bat head out until I was behind in the count. He's ahead right now, 1-0. I'd sure look for a fastball I could pull over through that hole.
Besa drives this over to short, and that'll put one away.
Yeah. He made solid contact. Unfortunately, just lined out to the shortstop. That brings up the laser. Jake Beck.
Goes up 1-0.
I know Jay got some dog in him. He's a gunslinger.
You got to have it if you're up on the mound.
Heck
You
yeah.
got to have that dog.
Just found out before the game that he has been accepted into Trinity University, which I believe was #1 on his choice of playing next level.
Pitch swung on, missed there by Jake Beck.
They're looking at him as a pitcher, not a hitter outfielder.
Okay.
But hey, if the Trinity coach is watching, Jake can play some outfield for you as well.
2-1.
Sarge on deck. Let's get some runs going, gentlemen.
Swung on, missed here. This will bring us to an even 2-2. One away. Here's pitch 71 here for Miller. Swung on, missed.
All right, so that brings up Sarge. So he's going to have a big hole over. They've been working off speed for him. So I'd like to see him come in with a mindset of staying back on the ball, wait, expect the off-speed stuff, throw the bad head of the ball, get something punched over to right field. Let's see how he chooses to play it.
There he goes. Hit over to third, throw to first, the tag, and that will retire the side.
Well, he kept his hands back, but pulled that one down to third on and off speed. That's 74-mile-an-hour curve. Boy, oh boy. We only have 9 outs to go. We need 6 runs. And that was our leadoff hitter, so we're going to have 2, 3, 4.
Well, you're down now to, 9 outs to go, but only 6 to spare for Austin High. Top of the 6th, and the Maroons looking for answers when we return.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome in, everybody. David Roy, James Scott here in the booth. The Bowie Bulldogs lead 6-0 going into the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back at the top of your batting order. Gonzalez, Winters, Harrington, your 1, 2, and 3s. Ready to go here. Gonzalez has walked his last 2 at-bats after hitting a single back in the opening inning to get this going. And this Austin High defense right now really looking to have an inning go by where Bowie does not score a run. They have scored every single inning thus far. And I'll start with Besa putting this into the zone. Get ahead on the count here, 0-1.
Talking about the characters of Burger Ballpark, we have Jessica Scott here. We got a red jacket sighting. We have a parental sighting. Beautiful days at Burger bring out all kind of monsters.
I haven't seen a Cookie Monster, though, so it ain't bringing all of the monsters in. 2-1. And Besa finds his own with that pitch. Brings the count back up to 2-2.
You know, I think Cookie Monster was my favorite monster of all time because I dig me some cookies too.
This one cracked out to right field.
Holy smokes.
And that'll stay fair as Zane Leonard can't get over there in time.
We can't buy a break. That was basically right on the line. Fair ball. Impossible play for Aiden to get to.
Well, you're at a point here because of the way this wind kind of seems to be shifting and the way these last few have really kind of pulled that way. If I'm Leonard, I almost kind of start cheating over just a touch.
Yeah, I hear you. You can do that. The only negative.
Bunt laid down here. Throw to first. Charlie Reeves reaching back for it. And that'll put one away.
The negative to doing that is that opens up a huge gap.
Right gap.
Yep, out right center. And Sarge is playing the right-handed hitters at least to be pulling.
This one popped straight away to James Scott. Makes a grab, throw to Pizanka. Won't get there, and so the sacrifice fly scores one. Here's Besa. This one, chop back over to third. Kenny, the throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. So we had in another run scored. It was your leadoff, Josh Gonzalez. Thanks to a sacrifice bunt, a sacrifice fly there by Winters and Harrington respectively. And then Strickland grounds out there. So that'll take us in, bottom of the sixth. Austin High's got to get some things sorted out and fast. They're at bats coming up when we return. Your 2, 3, and 4 hitters. We'll see if they can't get something started on the other side.
Cheer on your Austin High School baseball team and enjoy the spring season with ease thanks to Terrytown Pharmacy. We're not just a pharmacy, we are a neighborhood health hub offering prescription services, immunizations, home delivery, and a charming selection of gifts for any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a win or supporting a player, find the perfect gift and keep your health in check at Terrytown Pharmacy. Let's celebrate health, wellness, and community spirit together.
Live from Burger Field, where the Bowie Bulldogs have built an impressive 7-run lead, leading 7-0 over Austin High. Cole Miller, still your pitcher on the mound here for the Bulldogs. Jack Umberhagen will be your leadoff here of the top of the sixth. Umberhagen, his last 2 at-bats, both strikeouts, both where he couldn't get the bat off the shoulder. Struck out looking both times previous.
Yeah, again, getting back to the dog in you. Do we have the dog? I'm struggling as I think about this game from the 3 aspects, offensive, defensive, and pitching, to find something positive.
Swing and a miss here from Umberhagen.
We haven't pitched well for the most part. We certainly haven't played defense well. And we have not been able to make consistent contact against Mr. Miller.
No.
Who is one of the better pitchers in district, no doubt about it.
Here's Umberhagen, down 0-2 in the count. He'll take a little timeout break there.
Bowie's got 7 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Austin High's no runs, 3 hits, and 1 error.
Ball there. The John from the Crowns. Swing on miss there. Umberhagen gets a bat off the shoulder, can't come up with it, and that'll put 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 21, Osby Contreras.
So we got 3 hits, 1 of them by Contreras, other 2 by Reeves and Leonard. Contreras steps in 1 for 2, doubled in the first, struck out swinging in the third.
Swing on miss there for Osby Contreras. Down 0-1. There. Just got to touch that ball, but not enough to put it in play. Here's Miller. Contreras fouls this one off down that third base line. So stay 0-2 here on the count. 1 away. This will be pitch number 80 for Mr. Miller. Swung on, missed. It's a second strikeout swinging so far here.
John Latham pitch inning for Luke Pazanka. John, one of our 2 sport athletes, quarterback in football. .84 down the chute.
He'll take that one for the strike. 0-1. As Miller goes up to 82 now. As that one will go for 0-2. At this point, you're Latham and Coach A, you're just trying to find anything with these at-bats here. Latham takes time out.
Well, I tell you what, Miller has some really poor body language towards the umpire. He was trying to quick pitch Latham before he got back in the box. Miller turned around and shrugged his shoulders like, what's the problem?
Swing there. And throw to first. Off the wild pitch. There you go. 3 away. 6 outs remaining. And Austin High trails 7-0 going into the top of the 7th when we come back.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages. With the latest technological advances, patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Top of the 7th, here from Burger Field, David Roy, James Scott here in the booth. And the Austin High Maroons struggling in really all facets when you look at their night tonight. Haven't been able to do a lot from the plate, from the mound. They've gotten themselves into more than a few jams. They've had some trouble. Couple of hit by pitches out there. You had the one error from Pazanka with a throwback to second. Several walks, couple bunts get through. And the infield, compared to Tuesday night, made some strides. Unfortunately, it's not been enough, as evidenced by the scoreboard right now, up 7-0. Gautier, your lead off here. Swung on.
Foul ball. Real quick, John Latham has taken Pazanka's spot over at first. So Latham, for the first time in my knowledge, is playing first base.
Swing and a miss there. Go 0-2. This pitch chopped over to short. Throw from Godinez to first in time. And that will put one away.
You know, if you didn't have a chance to catch my interview with Richard Cunningham in the pregame show, I'd encourage you to go back and listen to it. One of the things that stuck out most to me about what Richard had to say when he played here at Austin High under legendary coach Glenn Botchak. Botchak told them, boys, I just set the lineup. You guys determine the outcome, and you guys determine how we're going to play, meaning you are in charge of yourselves out there. He's just going to put the best out there, but the effort has to come from the guys, and that dog mentality we've been talking about has got to come from these guys. You got to find some way that you're sick and tired of taking the L and find some way, shape, or form to get on and help your team or get an out if you're on defense or whatever the case may be. You don't have to hit the long ball. There's a lot of things you can do on this in this great game of baseball to help your team. Take a pitch, maybe you take one off the elbow like we've seen some of the Bowie guys do. Maybe it's laying down a great bunt. Maybe it's bunting for a base hit.
Right.
We haven't tried one bunt for a base hit this entire game. And we have a pitcher that's got our number, who's throwing hard, and not a one person thought about doing that.
Yeah.
We got to change that.
1-2 check swing, checks down, didn't come around. It'll be ball 2. You know, one of the things we talked about before we went into the break, one of the things we pointed out, Austin High went into that Leander tournament on a skid. Now, they broke it in the last game of that tournament against Corpus Christi Carroll. And, James, you and I being at that game, we talked about it. We said, okay, you've snapped 7 straight, right? You were in a 7-game skid. You broke that. Now you come into that. You got the win. You're coming out of the break. Can you build off that?
Yep.
Well, so far now, down 7-0 in this one, dropped the first game of the series, looking like they're going to come out of the break, going down 0-2 on a run here.
Yeah. Listen, I have more confidence in this team than I think they do right now. There are some players out there, they are in a funk, but I can't break out of the funk for them.
No.
They got to do it themselves.
No, can't do it for them, much as we may want to.
I mean, next week doesn't get really any easier. We have Johnson Tuesday here at Berger, and then Thursday, Holy Thursday, at Johnson.
This one popped out over to second. Charlie Reeves ranges back to make the play. And that'll retire the side. So when we return, it's the bottom of the 7th. Can Austin High rattle off 7 in a row? We'll find out when we come back.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back into Burger Field. We'll give a thanks to our quality assistant control specialist, Ms. Skylar here, helping us out here to give us a final score on the Anderson-Aikens game. Anderson, in just 5 innings, wins 10-0.
Well, you know, we called Anderson at the beginning of the season, got that win. They were off to a pretty good start after that, and lost a couple, but they got a good overall team.
Yeah.
We play them to end the season on a Saturday at Anderson. That'll be a pretty good game.
Swing.
83 in the grass. Didn't even make it to the dirt.
No.
In the grass, then to the dirt.
Cadenas lets it go by. That one he'll take there. He'll go for a strike. The 1-1 outside. Ball 2. 2-1 here. You know, one of the things we talk about is Cadenas rips this one out straight away center, and that will be the first out of the inning here, or the bottom of the 7th, rather. Charlie Reeves comes up. You know, one of the things we talk about, it only takes one guy, right? One of these guys just has to find that confidence, that swagger, and it comes from just saying, you know, kind of looking in the mirror, I'll be that guy.
Yeah.
Going into the tournament and kind of coming out of it, we thought, okay, Charlie Reeves was going to be that guy as he steps up to the plate, was responsible in large in part in some form or fashion. Yeah. 5 runs during that tournament, sure. That last game of the tournament, 2 RBIs, all on his lonesome. And so far, he cooled considerably on Tuesday, had a single here tonight, but did strike out looking in his last at-bat, and now goes down 0-2.
Yeah, we just need to get a couple of guys to get hot. They have the talent. I've seen them do it at all different levels. So, boy, more poor body language out there on the mound.
Just
I tell you what,
the ball in the air.
Yeah, he may want to cool that. I'm assuming he wants to play at the next level.
0-2, check, swing. They're going to say he's out.
He's got significant talent, excellent talent. But there are some colleges and coaches at the next level that will not put up with that kind of stuff. So I'd like to see him have as many opportunities as possible.
Here comes Aiden Leonard.
Yeah, we need to remember we're still 17, 18 years old. We're not 28, 30-year-olds making 25, 30 million a year.
The 0-1 swung on, missed there by Leonard. This could be the last strike. Miller up to 92. This will be pitch number 93 for him. Here it is, a windup, check swing outside. Didn't come around.
It's 83 miles an hour.
1-2 count. That one well inside. 2-2. That one came awfully close, too. I thought Leonard might take that one in the leg. Even count. Pitch 95, fouled off. And Anderson and Leonard going to take time here. Got a nice little flyover. It's not the Goodyear blimp, unfortunately, but, you know. 2-2 count, 2 away, swung on, missed. And that'll put the end to it. 96 pitches for Mr. Miller as Bowie gets the win, 7-0 over Austin High.
Yeah, Miller threw a complete game, 7 innings, gave up no runs, no earned, struck out 15, walked 1. A lot of talent by that young man. Luke Pazanka is going to take the loss. He pitched 3 2/3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, walked 2. You know, sir, we looked flat when we came here.
Yeah.
Looked flat throughout the game. Granted, a great starting pitcher will do that to you sometimes and make you look flat. We got to find the dog in us and turn this thing around. Johnson's a pretty good ball club. We have an opportunity next week. From there, we played 2 against Aikens, both here. Those are definitely winnable. Then we go into Westlake and Lake Travis back-to-back. Then Del Valley, and they ended on against Anderson. So we need to flush this, come back next week, go take 2 from Johnson and 2 from Aikens and keep going.
We told you at the start of this series here against Bowie as part of this, you know, don't panic, right? You're not out of first.
Sure,
you know,
yeah.
It's a game of musical chairs, and as long as you have a seat when the music stops, you're in good shape. This loss now here tonight puts you down at 1-4 in district. Bowie will improve now to 4-1 in district play. When you take a look around the district, that music, it's not stopped, but it is starting to fade. Your opportunities to start to close ground and be able to find that playoff spot, they're starting to diminish a little bit. You're starting to run out of opportunities. You just laid out the schedule there. Johnson next week, couple more series beyond that with Westlake, Lake Travis, Del Valley, and then another game against Anderson. So you only have 3 more complete series, 6 games, and then the 7th there against Anderson to come back down 1-4 in district, 8-12 on your season, and try to find a seat before that music comes to a grinding halt.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. You know, it's an old cliche, but there's a reason for old cliches, and that is you got to take one game at a time.
Right.
My biggest concern for these kids is they got to figure out a way to flush it, find the dog in them. Somebody's got to step up and motivate and inspire these guys, and it can't be the coach. Everybody's going to go, oh, well, that's a coach's job. It can't be the coach. Just like Coach Botchak said, listen to that Richard Cunningham interview to start the game. It's got to be the kids. It cannot be the coach.
Well, and one of the things that you pointed it out early, and it was as Pazanka kind of found himself into kind of some of the jams, especially early on, and you alluded to it. I wanted to follow up on it now here especially. Mm-hmm. You wanted somebody to go and talk to him. Didn't want to necessarily be a manager. Somebody from the infield, whether it was Contreras or somebody from in there, to step up and kind of take on that role. And the larger point to that is, who's that leader on this roster that's going to step up and rally the guys around them and kind of not necessarily carry this team, but carry them out of the rut at least and take them to that next step moving forward?
No, great point. You know, usually from a defensive perspective in that scenario, Sarge would have gone out there and done it.
Right.
It's just a little bit more of maturity. You're talking about the bigger overall arching team leader, and who knows who that's going to be. That we have 18 kids out there. We need 1 or 2 kids to step up and go, hey, we're not going to go down like this.
Right. So weekend off a little bit. We'll come back here on Tuesday for the series against Johnson. Again, earlier tonight we reported to you that Anderson got the win over Aikens 10-0 in just 5 innings, so they played that one a little bit shorter due to that. But that will do it. Austin High falls 7-0 here against Bowie from Burger Field. On behalf of our entire broadcast crew, Lulu here, our producer, Skylar, our quality control assistant here, and James Scott up here in the booth with us. I know Matt's on one camera, and we'll get. I'm bad with names. Shep over here at the other camera. On behalf of all of us here, your broadcast crew for the Austin High YouTube live streams, that'll do it for us. On behalf of Vibe Media, seeing so long, and we will see you back here Tuesday night against Johnson. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you then.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brikerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Cheer on your Austin High School baseball team and enjoy the spring season with ease thanks to Terrytown Pharmacy. We're not just a pharmacy, we are a neighborhood health hub offering prescription services, immunizations, home delivery, and a charming selection of gifts for any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a win or supporting a player, find the perfect gift and keep your health in check at Terrytown Pharmacy. Let's celebrate health, wellness, and community spirit together.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient